For many years, KYC, Know Your Customer, was the moment when traders became uneasy. Extra documents, manual reviews, or temporary holds were often interpreted as warning signs. In 2026, that perception is changing, especially among experienced Canadian traders. Today, compliance is no longer seen as an obstacle. It's increasingly understood as one of the main mechanisms that protects withdrawals, accounts, and decision integrity. In earlier market cycles, KYC was poorly explained. Traders were asked for documents after deposits, during withdrawals, or without context. That lack of structure created anxiety. But modern financial environments operate differently. KYC now exists to prevent impersonation and account takeovers. KYC protects withdrawals from third-party interference. KYC aligns platforms with banking and regulatory rails. KYC reduces disputes when funds are moved across systems. In other words, KYC doesn't block capital. It safeguards access to it. The key distinction traders now make is not whether KYC exists, but how it is implemented. Unhealthy compliance patterns include unclear or shifting requirements. Requests without written explanation create confusion. Pressure or urgency tied to deposits can lead to mistakes. Communication outside official channels undermines trust. By contrast, legitimate compliance systems are documented in advance. They are consistent across users and explained in plain language. Legitimate systems are connected directly to withdrawal protection. Speed alone is not the benchmark. Predictability and explanation are. Serious traders now treat verification as part of setup, not a disruption. They complete KYC early and understand what triggers manual review. They align activity with documented rules. They value platforms that communicate clearly during checks. This mindset reduces surprises later and prevents emotional decision-making when capital movement matters most. FinanceStPierre approaches compliance from the same angle it approaches markets: structure first, emotion last. The brand is built on the idea that long-term results come from clarity instead of noise. Discipline instead of urgency is key to success. Responsibility instead of shortcuts leads to better outcomes. Rather than framing compliance as a hurdle, FinanceStPierre treats it as part of a well-defined decision framework. This framework protects both time and capital. FinanceStPierre is not positioned as a high-pressure, feature-driven platform. It focuses on helping clients understand systems before acting. Clients are encouraged to make decisions with full context. FinanceStPierre aims to reduce uncertainty through education. They apply structured thinking in evolving markets. On this channel, FinanceStPierre shares market perspectives and analytical insights. They provide structured approaches to financial decision-making. Educational content is designed to save time. Practical frameworks turn insight into action. This approach naturally aligns with traders who see KYC not as friction, but as part of financial hygiene. When users look up FinanceStPierre reviews or explore FinanceStPierre.com, they are typically asking if the philosophy is transparent. They want to know if rules and expectations are clearly explained. Users seek content that promotes calm, informed decisions. They look for a focus on long-term rather than reactive strategies. In 2026, legitimacy is less about speed and more about process integrity. FinanceStPierre's emphasis on clarity and structure speaks directly to that expectation. KYC isn't the enemy of modern traders. Uncertainty is the real enemy. When compliance is explained, predictable, and aligned with withdrawal protection, it becomes a stabilizing force, not a threat. FinanceStPierre reflects this evolved mindset by prioritizing informed decisions over impulsive action. They emphasize structure over speculation and long-term value over short-term promises. In today's markets, confidence doesn't come from avoiding rules. It comes from understanding them and using them to your advantage.